NWA prepares for hurricane season. Dr. Angela Brown Burke says ZOSO is not working. Three brothers shot, two dead in Westmoreland. Man shot in Busy Market in St. Anne, while Leon Bailey says he will not play for Reggae Boys in the Copa America competition. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. As it prepares for what is predicted to be an active hurricane season, the National Works Agency has started a three-phase drain cleaning program. For the exercise, about $1 million has been set up for each of the 63 constituencies. The three-phase project began in the middle of May, with the first phase anticipated to be finished in the middle of June. Meanwhile, the sentencing hearing for former National Commercial Bank Wealth Manager K. Dean Thomas was again delayed on Wednesday before the St. Anne Parish Court. Trial Judge Lorna Montague Williams delayed the sentencing until June 27 after Ms. Thomas failed to make full restitution to the bank on Wednesday. And this was disclosed by her attorney, Matthew Hyatt, said that his client intends to return most of the $70 million stolen from the bank. Ms. Thomas pleaded guilty in February to stealing $74.5 million from the St. Anne's Bay branch of the National Commercial Bank, and prosecutors had reported that she transferred the sums from the account of three customers during the period May 21st of 2019 to December 20 of 2022. Meanwhile, the government says most of the Haitian migrants who arrived on the island illegally since July of last year have been returned to their homeland. 80 Haitian migrants have been repatriated and 22 remain in police custody pending ongoing court proceedings. In a statement on Wednesday, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang disclosed that the Jamaica government is developing a temporary humanitarian stay option for Haitian nationals already in Jamaica. The Jamaican government has faced heavy criticism from human rights groups Stand Up for Jamaica and Freedom Imaginaries over its rapid repatriation policy for Haitian migrants fleeing the violence. The government insisted that it did not possess the resources to house the Haitians, some of whom had applied for asylum. Dr. Angela Brown Burke, the St. Andrews Southwestern Member of Parliament, has demanded an examination of Greenwich Town's Zone of Special Operations (ZOSO) in light of the growing violence that is wreaking havoc on people's lives there. Her appeal comes after the House of Representatives announced on Tuesday that the 60-day extension of ZOSO have been granted in 4 parishes. Their expiration date was set on June 25th. The villages of Denham Town, Parade Gardens, Augustown, Greenwich Town, Mount Salem, St. James, and Savlamar will be impacted by this extension. And according to Dr. Brown Burke, the anticipated effects of the security measures are not being realized because of the continued high level of crime in Greenwich Town. In other words, the state of emergency is not working, people getting killed in those areas just the same. Following a fatal bus accident that occurred early in the morning along the Fonthill Main Road in St. Elizabeth, at least 14 people were still hospitalized yesterday afternoon. Junior Ramsey, the bus driver, he died from his wounds. Several hospitals are now treating the injured travelers. The incident happened early yesterday morning a little after 3 o'clock, according to Assistant Commissioner Gary Mackenzie, who is the head of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, who arrived on the scene. And it said the bus was just traveling along when the driver swerved and crashed into a tree. Passengers reportedly told the police that the driver was attempting to answer his cell phone when he lost control of the vehicle. Westmoreland continues to be the second most violent parish as the dead bodies keep piling up. There was another deadly attack in Westmoreland on Tuesday night at about 10:30 p.m. 3 men were shot, 2 fatally, in an attack at a house in Bath District, and that is close to the neighborhood where I grew up. The victims are all brothers. The deceased have been identified as 31-year-old Cyril Gale and his 34-year-old brother Leon, both of Bath District. Another brother has been hospitalized in serious condition. And investigators reported that the Glaze brothers were at home inside their 6-apartment home when they were attacked by a gunman. The man opened gunfire, hitting the 3 siblings. The injured men were rushed to hospital where Cyril and Leon were pronounced dead, and the police are now continuing their investigations. And for real, Westmoreland has been on the radar for quite a while with a lot of murders. Just down the road from there was another murder at Dunbar's River. Meanwhile, a man was shot and wounded in the Busy Market District in Brownstown, St. Anne, Wednesday morning. It's reported at about 4:15 a.m. there was a barrage of shots, sending scores of wholesalers scampering for cover. On the arrival of police, a man was seen lying bloodied in the street, and he was taken to hospital. The police are now seeking to establish a motive for that shooting. Onto sports, Aston Villa winger Leon Bailey has been surprisingly included in the Reggae Boys 26-man squad for the 2024 Copa America tournament starting next week. The 26-year-old hasn't played for Jamaica since last November against Canada after he was suspended by head coach Jaime Hallgrimsson for the CONCACAF Nations League finals in March for breaking curfew. Bailey had announced that he'd be taking a break from the national team. However, yesterday Bailey posted on social media that he will not be representing Jamaica and will not be playing in the Copa America competition. And I can tell you that his career as a player will now be over, and I am sure that he will never be called to represent the Reggae Boys again. The Reggae Boys opening game against Mexico will kick off next Saturday. They then take on Ecuador and then Venezuela in their final group games. Only the top two teams will advance to the knockout stage. Onto cricket, Sherfane Rutherford rescued the West Indies from a seemingly hopeless position to a competitive 149 runs for 9, batting first against New Zealand in a Group C match of the T20 World Cup at the Brian Lara Stadium in Trinidad on Wednesday. Rutherford was ruthless as he made an unbeaten 68 of just 39 balls, hitting 2 fours and 6 sixes. The home side was struggling from the depth of 30 for 5 in the 7th over after they were put in by Black Cap skipper Kane Williamson. Rutherford received individual support from the lower order, adding 28 with Akil Housen for the 6th wicket, 27 with Romario Shepherd for the 8th, and then he made a whopping 37 runs in the last 2 overs of the innings, with last man Gudashi Moti, who was just happy to look on from the non-strikers' end. The Caribbean men then pulled off a good bowling effort to restrict the Kiwis to 136 for 9. This now put the West Indies into the Super 8 stage of the World Cup. Track and field. Some food for thought rumors going on in Jamaica in track and field about Jamaica's fastest woman this year, Briana Lyston, who called it quits on her track career this year. Briana, who attended Louisiana State University, suddenly called a halt to her track competition for the rest of the year, just days away from the Jamaica track and field qualifiers race, which everyone is thinking that she would be able to qualify for and represent Jamaica in the 100 meters and the 200 and also make the relay teams. Speculation is that she's planning to switch countries and run for the United States, but that would not happen until next year. However, people, that is just rumors. But as you know, if it no go so, something close to it. Question now is, why would she not want to run for Jamaica? And we hope to get to the truth before the Olympics done next month. And don't forget, the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you ever miss the news, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bounce. I gone.